Okay, good morning vlog. We are back. I want to try to start vlogging more again because I'm trying to find the lane of content that I like as far as, being a producer who makes content, and we're doing good on making beats. We got some big plans coming up for 2026, but I want to try to just get back to simple vlogs. So today's just going to be like day in the life, dad, producer. I don't even know what we're doing today, but husband. I am also a husband. But we ran out of coffee last night, so we're gonna go, like 2022 throwback. We're gonna go make some of that whipped Dalgona coffee. So just hang tight for a sec. I'm gonna show you what we're doing here. Look at that. Look at those peaks. Stiff peaks. Professional.
He's eating everything's not.
All right, that's our whipped Dalgona coffee for the morning. Keep your wife happy when you run out of coffee. We're gonna chill for a little while, and I'm gonna, at some point, sit down and we're gonna talk about what's gonna be happening this year. All right, so it is Sunday morning right now. It's like 9:30 a.m. This is just gonna be like a weekend day in the life vlog. I wanna kind of get back to vlogging, and I know I've said that multiple times over my last videos, but later in the video, we're gonna talk about the ways I found success in 2025, kind of starting from zero, and what my plan is going into 2026. But part of that was definitely kind of finding myself as a producer and kind of deciding how I want to market and present myself online. And I kind of found through 2025 that I'm not a type beat producer. I make a lot of beats, I put out a lot of music, but I just don't love putting out type beats, and that hasn't been something I really found I've enjoyed or been able to stay consistent with, because you're not gonna enjoy everything you do in these types of industries every day. I think the plan for 2026 is we're gonna pivot to more so vlog and personal type content over like standard, blast out on the internet as much music as possible. But it's just Sunday morning, kind of like nice chill morning is how we're starting off. So baby is playing, my wife is making some breakfast for us. I did coffee a little bit earlier. Baby will probably nap pretty soon, and I'm gonna clean up the house just a little bit. And then my goals for today, I want to make at least one loop and one beat is really all I'm worried about for today. Okay, so it is like 10:30 right now. My wife cleaned up the kitchen. The baby's taking a little bit of a nap. I'm gonna head up to the studio right now, and my goal right now is to cook up at least one loop while they're napping, but maybe two. And then later on, maybe way late tonight, we'll actually cook up some beats too. So right now, let's just go make some loops. All right, so that is the first loop played in. I'm gonna try to be a little quiet because my wife and baby are right next door. But I'm gonna try to spill the sauce a little for you, because I think one of the hardest things as a new producer when you're trying to play in your loops is actually just the sound selection. You're probably you might be pretty decent at playing, but you still don't know why they don't sound good or sound as good as other people's. And it's probably purely just the sounds you're going through. For me, and the way I built this loop is, it just starts with a basic EP. I added a pad on top of that. Then we went in and we added those organ stabs. So we have an EP, a pad and an organ. Then I played that sine lead, a synth lead on top of it. Then I went in and I added that basic little bell, that chime. And then we finished it off with an electric bass line. Those are pretty standard sounds and kind of like that vintage Florida type beat. And they're what I've gravitated to finding I like. Okay, that's loop number 1 done, and a little bit of insight into like how I make my loops and stuff. So we're gonna go on to cooking up loop number 2, or just doing as much as I can for loop number 2. That's my baby's head. All right, so it is noon. Baby woke up and I got like halfway through that second loop, which is just normal. If you have a kid and you're trying to be a producer or something like that, you just get used to it. You know, you work on his schedule. Dude's awake, he's ready to go. So we're probably gonna actually like run out to this coffee shop we like nearby and go pick up some coffees. And we need some other groceries that I forgot to get this past weekend. Pretty much I'll hop back to my music later. If he takes another nap later on, I'll try to do it then. If I have the time, or like later tonight after baby goes to sleep, I'll hop back on. But yeah, that's what we do. We just go with the flow. So we just picked up coffee at this place, 2 dogs, because we ran out and I gotta pick up more. And my wife mentioned TJ Maxx, which means I'm gonna bite and we're gonna go shopping. I've actually been trying to thrift a lot of my clothes recently, but I need some big ass pants. So we're gonna go. I think that's all we have to do. All right, we're out here balling on a budget. So I think we're gonna bite on these True Religions. I was actually just thinking about getting a pair of these recently. So these are pretty much like, except I don't know about the white stitching, but I think we're just gonna get them and just have them in the closet. I mean, they're 30 bucks. This is why we shop here. You don't always have to pay full price. So I think we're gonna take these at least to start. All right, we're back home. It's like 2:30 p.m. My wife is making us lunch. So we're just gonna do a quick little clothing haul. See what we picked up today. Simple stuff. Trying to just like clean my wardrobe back up and just get stuff that I really like and want to wear all the time. All right, super simple to start. Just like joggers around the house. Nothing crazy. Green pair. This Adidas like gray pair, 3-stripe. Pretty sick. These are nothing. These are just like around the house. All right, then first piece for real. We got this Von Dutch t-shirt. This like sort of brownish. It's like a brown, like olive green with their orange logo. Just full logo on the back. Super simple. This is my kind of stuff. Okay, number 2. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this, I can't lie. Is this Chevrolet like baseball jersey. So the front is just the logo. Backside, super service. This thing's kind of sick. I could see myself wearing this in the summer, but I think it's just kind of like a cool piece to have in the closet. All right, next, I've been looking for big jeans, so I promise my hair is thick. That was definitely not my hair thinning. Don't worry, we're good. Next is some big jeans. I've been looking for these. You saw these in the store. I'm not too certain because they're black with the white stitching, but I think these are gonna be great. I know I'm gonna have to have them hemmed, but we're gonna throw these on in a minute and actually kind of see what these look like. But True Religion, just like a standard 5-pocket jean, black with the white stitching. It's pretty cool. All right, and then lastly is this Von Dutch brown zip hoodie. It's kind of like a weathered texture. Black logo on the front, same thing, black logo on the back. This thing's kind of cool. This should be a good fit. Just again, something simple but kind of like clean that I can just throw on with like jeans, basic t-shirts. Yeah, this is pretty sick. We're gonna put a little fit together and see what this stuff looks like. All right, so this is just the t-shirt, good fit, and the big ass jeans. These gotta be hemmed up. These are a little long, but this is a good fit overall. I mean, that's a pretty good fit overall. Just gonna see what this hoodie would look like right over with this stuff. Yeah, 'cause I mean, that's definitely like, this is good stuff. I'm happy with these. I'll rock these with a lot of the stuff that I have on, that I have in my closet. We might do a little bit of that later, but this is pretty clean. I'm really happy with this stuff today. All right, so it is 9 p.m. right now. Well, it's like just past 9 p.m. My baby is asleep now, which is kind of normal. He's like 10 months old right now. 9 p.m. is kind of, 9 p.m., 8, it's kind of when he falls asleep. So He's asleep. My wife is up there with him because they co-sleep together. They're adorable, tucked into bed together like a couple of cuties. I love them. So this is what I call like the night shift we're gonna transition into right now. So, right now, I wanna go finish that loop that we got halfway through. I'm hoping I can knock that out in like 20 minutes or less. We're gonna take some fit pics for Instagram with the new clothes because we're kind of working on like cooler branding for like 2026. And we might make a beat as well. And then we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk still. We're gonna drop some sauce. We're gonna talk about what I learned in 2025, kind of what I learned was really effective for me as a producer, and what I plan to do in 2026 to like keep the ball rolling, because I've definitely been finding some good success lately. So it's gonna be kind of exciting, and there's gonna be some really good information. By the way, I still haven't said this, but Trapland Pat followed me back this week, which is sick because I got his number like a month ago and I've been sending him beats. And I know he's been recording these past couple weeks. So I'm really hoping the follow back means he's gonna be dropping something, you know, with me. He only has like 550 followers. So, you know, as a producer of my scale, it's kind of sick to kind of have that. That was kind of a cool moment, I can't lie. But we actually honestly have some pretty cool stuff coming up. You know, I've been working really hard this past year. So it's kind of cool that this year stuff is gonna start coming out, and I'm kind of starting to see, you know, some of the rewards of my work. So, you know, we're gonna keep that ball rolling. These are the nights that have been, you know, getting me where I'm at right now and hopefully bringing me much further next year. So like I said, let's go make a loop. Let's go take some pictures. We're just gonna go have some fun. So it's like 10:30. All right. So it's like 10:30 p.m. I'm getting ready for bed. We just cooked up the 2 loops, and that's all I'm doing for tonight, but I'll turn them into beats and stuff throughout the week. One big thing I've learned with being a father and trying to become a producer is you just don't rush anything, and we just go at the pace that life takes us. We'll make it when we make it. So we're just gonna keep grinding. We are gonna make it one day. So if you're still watching this video, just subscribe, because, you know, right now we're just shopping at TJ Maxx and making beats in this, you know, bedroom. You know, one day we're gonna be, you know, shopping in New York City and, you know, looking at high rises and shit, and it's gonna be a wild ride. So I'm telling you, just invest right now because it's coming. So we're gonna quickly just talk about like what worked for me in 2025 and how I found myself, and then we're gonna do this year. So wicked simple. I kind of tried a little bit of everything, but I really locked in, and essentially my goal was like just to get a placement. I focused on trying to essentially network and get phone numbers, because I found that like directly trying to network with artists via mostly Instagram just seemed to be the route I preferred over like putting out a bunch of type beats on YouTube. So I found that for me personally, like trying to connect with artists directly or connect with people in the industry directly seemed to be like this other way in that I kind of didn't expect, if that makes sense. I kind of thought I would have to keep putting out type beats or like try to sell beats on BeatStars, if that makes sense, to like get those placements. But I've kind of found that I'm like directly networking, and I've gotten a good amount of phone numbers already, and I'm telling you, like 2026 is gonna be pretty interesting. So I think I'm gonna do a whole separate video, honestly, on like how I network as a producer and what I found worked and how I get phone numbers and whatnot, just because I think I have like some cool insight and some tips that I could share on how you know, things have worked for me. Going into this year, I'm really just gonna trust myself, honestly. The reason I'm vlogging again right now is because I do think I need to have some form of media out there to, you know, build the brand outside of posting beats. And vlogging is just what I like best, in all honesty. So I've tried to put out type beats. I've tried to make like informative or like teaching type of videos, and they're really just not me. And this is just what I like to do. I just like to show you guys what I'm doing. I like to go shopping. I like to make beats. I like to cook, that kind of stuff. And I just like to hang out and talk. So right now they might be pretty short vlogs. They might not be the best edited, but you know, we're gonna get there. I'm gonna try to stay consistent with them. So my goals for 2026 are just to start vlogging more. And I'm not gonna worry about type beats. I'm not gonna worry about other types of videos. I'm just gonna worry about vlogs. And
you know, once a week is a great goal in mind, but I'm not going to kill myself and hold myself to it, because ultimately I'm a producer who's making beats, and I'm a father overall, and I'm a husband, you know, on top of that. So I'd love to put out one vlog a week. We're gonna just start vlogging is really the deal. Second is, I'm gonna say get a placement, but that's gonna happen. So specifically, I'm gonna say get a placement at Trapland Pat, because I think that's an attainable goal. That's still like a big achievement for me. So I want Trapland Pat to drop something. My third big thing I want to do this year for 2026 is to travel to Florida and meet like all the dudes I know. If you don't know, like pretty much I produce a ton in Florida, and that's pretty much where all my music is, to the point that I've had artists hit me up and be like, yo, let's work this week. And I've had to be like, hey dude, I live, what was it, like 2,000 miles away? Like, I live in Connecticut. I'm nowhere near you. So I really do want to travel down to Florida at some point this year and actually just meet these people, and you know, I'd like set up a studio session or sometime. So I got some cool stuff planned for this year. I'm really excited about what 2026 is going to bring, but really it is just about staying consistent, because that is what has gotten me where I am right now. So it is just, you know, it's 2 loops tonight, which I think I would have been really disappointed about like 8 months ago or like a year ago. That would have felt like I didn't do anything today, you know what I mean? But now with the past like year behind me, it's like cool, because whatever, it's like, okay, cool, I made 2 loops, that's 2 beats I can knock out this week, that's 2 more beats. So like, I'm happy, man. Stay consistent, stay happy, be humble, expect nothing, and be happy with everything that you get, because really ultimately we're just making music because we love it. My cat is dying at my feet while I'm giving you this insight. I think she's telling me that I'm being too woke and I should shut up. So we're just gonna end the vlog here. Have a good night, you guys. Invest in Colburn, because 2026 is gonna be sick. I appreciate you still watching the video. Have a good night, subscribe. I love you.